Hello, I am Mudita, and welcome back to Satisfactory. This is episode 8 of the load balance playthrough, and today I'm going to tackle steel beams, steel pipes, and encased industrial beams. I have almost all the alternate recipes available to me. I'm going to utilize the solid steel ingots and the encased industrial pipe recipes. These are a great combo that saves on both raw resources and power. As much as I would love to make 60 a minute of the encased industrial beams to completely fill a Mark I belt like I am for the other two parts, that would just be much more than I would need for the playthrough and consume a whole lot more power. 20 a minute should still be more than enough, so that's what I'm going to make. I'm going to be using this spot right here out in the Crater Lakes. We're going to need 2 limestone, so 1 node here, 1 node over there, 2 iron nodes, which are both under this platform, and also 2 coal nodes, which will be right out there, and we'll bring them all together to make all of our steel products. So just to quickly go over what we'll be doing here, this is going to be using 360 iron ore and 360 coal, 300 limestone to make the 100 concrete. The iron is going to get smelted with 12 smelters first, and then combine the iron ingots with all of the coal in 9 foundries to make the 540 steel ingots. We'll split those between 240 going to 4 constructors just to make steel beams. The other 300 are going to go to 10 constructors to make steel pipes, of which are going to get split for 60 for storage, and the other 140 is going to get combined with the 100 concrete and 5 assemblers to make our 20 encased industrial beams. All in all, fairly simple, but quite a few machines. So let's go through the blueprints. For this project, we're going to use a total of 4 of the 3 smelter blueprints, 3 sets of 3 foundries to get our 9 total, the 4 constructor load balance blueprint, 2 sets for the constructors, 1 set for the steel beams, and 2 sets of the 5 constructor, which is split between an A and a B, but that will give us our 10 total. And we will also use both the 3 assembler blueprint along with the 2 assembler setup to get our total of 5 for the encased industrial pipes. Now I just need to set up all of these towers and we'll start getting everything put together. Now that the towers are all done, let's get these machines in place. You can probably tell on the to-do list, I decided not to go with the combining a 3 and a 2 assembler setup, and instead I just made a 5 assembler setup, much like the constructors. Okay, so now that the machines are in place, I know I normally would go through the belting process of everything, but with having to belt everything together, I'm afraid that might get really long. So I'm going to try something a little bit different in this video, and I'm going to jump ahead to it already belted so that I can skip over a bunch of it and just kind of highlight the most important parts in my opinion. Please tell me if you feel I should go back to belting it all and describing what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I would appreciate any of the feedback. So for now, I am going to jump to this being done. Please hold. And ta-da! We have belt buses everywhere and some weird flickering lights over there. But let's try to zip through this and then we will power it on. Watch it come to life. So we've got the two miners. Both these are set for 180 to get us our full 360. So each one of these has its own Mark III belt. They'll come through here. This is our miner for one of the limestones, set at 150 since we need 300 total. I switched this around. The layout was a little bit easier to work with this way. So that'll make half of the concrete. So the two coal and one concrete line will come up over here, and they are going to come along across this bus into the main tower. That one has an identical setup to that one, bringing in the other 50 concrete, and those two just merge up here and end up going to the top floor. But the coal, on the other hand, immediately go up to this floor, go into a 2 to 3 load balancer. So these are really easy to do because in theory it's super simple. You basically take each of these lines, you want to split them all three ways using the splitter, and then recombine one from each splitter into a merger. So this has this one and this one, that one and that one, and then that one, and then this one comes around. So that way you're taking it from 2 lines and then you're getting an equal split between 3 lines. The reason for that is my 3 sets of 3 foundries, it was just easier to give them each their own floor. And the way we did this with the smelters was real simple. Also, since I had 6 on each floor, I just redid the mergers a little bit so that it's taking, we've got 3 sets of 2 on each floor, so these 2 just feed up and merge into this merger, and then that goes to its own set of 3. So really simple, really evenly load balanced. And so that comes along. We've got our iron ingots mixing with the coal. All the steel is coming out on this back side and then funneling up to the first set is the steel beams, which are thankfully just 4 constructors, all at 100%. Nice and easy. I think I forgot to show that. These are all just at 100%. The ingots are as well. The steel pipes are also all set at 100, so we've got our 5 here, and thankfully, since I only wanted 60, that's only 3 machines, so it was really easy just to merge up those 3. And then that line is going to storage. Same with the end product of the beams. Those are just going into storage. I'm not using those for anything else right here. And then all of the rest of those pipes are all coming to this top floor, where we have them meet up with that concrete line that came in from here and it got fed all the way up to the top. And then we have our tried and true way to split 5 machines. You've got the 2 mergers, and then you've got all of your splitters, splitting it a total of 6 ways and having 1/6 merge back in and recycling that around. So we made sure that all of the belts are set to the correct speeds. Everything's clocked on. Everything's clocked at 100%, I believe, for this entire factory, which is nice, except for, I think, the constructors for limestone. But now all that is left is to, I believe, where did I leave power? Aha. So we just need to take this tower, plug it up to here, and let's start that timer. The steel beams and pipes are already up to 100%, so now we are just waiting on the encased industrial beams, which the longest part is getting all the concrete over, since that got split between two nodes, meaning the 100 in total was actually coming in by 250 belts, which, since I like to use the correct speed for how many items are on there, I think the game has an easier time with some of the lower belt speeds, and I just think it looks cooler. So this may take a minute or two to ramp up. And I think that might do it. So looks like the belts are full, since we have to do the recycling bit. It takes a little bit for that line to get to as full as it needs to be, so that everything's actually getting the correct amount. Still much quicker than the manifold, but it can take an extra minute or two, depending on how many products. But now we should be able to see, if we come down here, we've got a couple of the encased industrial beams and nice full lines of the beams and the pipes. And this is going on a tremendously long belt bus all the way over to storage. So in the future, a distance like this, I am most likely going to build a train, but since this is right before we have trains, we got to have one pretty nice long bus. They're relatively easy to build, and honestly, I kind of like seeing all the products move along them, so I'm really not too upset by it. It doesn't take all that long to build. But that is mission complete. I now have 60 a minute of steel beams and pipes, and 20 a minute of the encased industrial beams all head in my storage. Got the smart splitter set up for the overflow. I'm happy. So the next project will be motors, and I'll be making those at 10 a minute in this same area over here. So look forward to that, and thanks for watching.